So we've got something very special for you people in Melbourne right now. Showing at IMAX, and it opens this week, is Dinosaurs of Antarctica. Now, if your kids or you yourself love dinosaurs, this is one documentary that you are going to want to see, because for everybody here in Australia, this has got a very, very local flavour. For once, this is a dinosaur documentary talking about the dinosaurs that would have been in our part of the world during the three different dinosaur periods. This is an absolutely fantastic documentary. It's put together by director David Clarke. It has been made for IMAX, so it's not one of those documentaries that kind of looks stretched up on the big IMAX screen. But what I really loved about this documentary is it talks about some little known facts, and that is that during the dinosaur time, Antarctica was a very different place to how we know it today. And they show that in this documentary by sending a team of scientists to Antarctica. They dig through the ice and they find fossils that show that Antarctica was once a rainforest that was all joined together with Australia in the time of Gondwana, the land that existed before what we know now. Now, knowing that Antarctica did actually have rainforests is a very big scientific discovery, because it proves that that did actually happen. And as they've been able to find, they know that a lot of the dinosaurs that existed in the Antarctic region were the same dinosaurs that were in Australia and Australasia as an area. And I found it really fascinating because they were able to back up everything that they said in this documentary with the proof of what they were actually finding. My only thing that I found kind of disappointing with this documentary is that I got to see something that you, the audience, won't get to see. For us who were at the premiere of this at IMAX, we had a long 10-minute introduction put together by one of the scientists that features in the documentary. Now, he gave us some great insights to what Australia would have been like during this period, what kind of dinosaurs would have lived in Australia and Antarctica, but then he rarely talks in the documentary. So all of the fascinating stuff that we got to hear at the premiere, you don't actually get the full explanation of inside the documentary. And I thought that was the biggest weakness of the documentary. As they said in the intro, two of the scientists that feature in this documentary are the rock stars of the dinosaur kind of Jurassic period. As historians, they are considered rock stars with the stuff that they have discovered over the years. But you see them in the documentary, but you don't get to hear from them very often. They literally interview a work experience student who's gone on this journey to Antarctica to learn from these scientists. And while what she says is fantastic, it kind of feels like having a rock band in for an interview, but talking to the stagehand and not talking to the band. So that kind of felt weird. I do know, though, that a lot of their input went into this film with the graphics and everything that we see. There's some amazing IMAX graphics in this film. They've recreated what Antarctica would have looked like with the rainforests, and then placed these dinosaurs into that environment using CGI, and that looks absolutely amazing. But don't expect, even though this is a very scientific kind of documentary that is also entertaining, don't expect those long interviews with those scientists, because they are not in the documentary. And I felt they probably should have been. But still, this is an absolutely fascinating documentary if you love dinosaurs. Even more fascinating because of the fact that it's about our local area and what kind of dinosaurs were in our region during that time. I give it 3.5 stars, and if you're in Melbourne, go along and see it at IMAX.